So I had this idea that I'm going to start a weekly live show. And to be able to do that, I need to connect my various platforms with an external streaming software. And I'm using StreamYard to do it. There are other platforms that you can use too. But I was thinking that maybe you want to go live too, but you don't really know how to do it, or if it's like the tech that's holding you back. So I was thinking that I could show you exactly how I did this and set it up within 30 minutes. And now my weekly live show is actually set up and ready to go. So if this is the first time that you come across me, my name is Josephine Warner, and I help my clients to build successful online coaching businesses. And the platform of choice that we are doing this on is LinkedIn, but I'm using YouTube to share my videos too. When I started with live streaming, I was very reluctant to do it on my own in the beginning, and then it was so much easier to actually have guests to be live with. And if you check out my feed here on YouTube, you will see that I have something that I call Josephine Meets series, and that is where I met up with other entrepreneurs and we spoke for between 20 minutes to 45 minutes, depending a little bit on the topic and also depending on how talkative my guest was. And that was so much easier to go live when you have someone else to go live with. So if you don't really know how to kick off your live streaming series, then reach out to your connections and see if anyone is willing to go live with you. And I can promise you that you will find so many people that actually want to do this too, but they don't really know how to start it. So you're not only making yourself a service by setting this up, you're also helping your friends and your connections by doing this too. And who knows, maybe one day you will be as big as Stephen Bartlett, who has the Diary of a CEO program. So start today and you will not regret it. So what do we need? Well, we need an external streaming software because you can't stream live on LinkedIn through an event. So you actually need an external streaming software if you want to go live. You can always set up an event on LinkedIn to draw people into, for example, a Zoom meeting or some other meeting that you have. But to go live, to stream live, you need an external streaming software. And I'm using StreamYard, and I'm going to show you exactly how I've set it up. And I will also add the link to StreamYard underneath this video so you can go and grab it too. It's super easy to use, it's super user-friendly, and if you create a free StreamYard account, you can stream to one platform. If you want to stream to multiple platforms at the same time, you need to have a paid account, right? But just start with one, streaming to one platform first. The thought about the live show is that you actually get to be there for your audience, that you're building a little bit more of a presence, that you're able to stand out in comparison to everyone else. So having a weekly live show or bi-weekly or whatever it might be that you would want to do will actually help you to stand out in comparison to so many. So let me quickly share how it looks like behind the scenes on my StreamYard account. Okay, so we are now inside of StreamYard. So this is what it looks like for me. As you can see, I've already scheduled my weekly live show here. That was the one that prompted all of this. So that's why I also thought that I should share it with you. So the first thing you need to do is actually add the destinations. And in my case, I've added Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and even my Instagram. This is my free Facebook group. You can stream to Facebook groups too, but it is a little bit more complicated, which is why I actually chose to not stream live inside of my Facebook group, but only focus on these other platforms. What you should also be aware of is that when you go live, you will see the comments from the various platforms, but you might not see the comments from all of the platforms, for example, Instagram. So if someone is watching from Instagram, watching you go live from Instagram, you will not be able to see their comments, which is why it's so important that you then might have your phone up and ready so that you can scroll and see the comments that come in real time. So here you click on adding the destination, you pick what it is that you want to add, and then you're good to go. So I've never created an on-air webinar. I don't use that. What I use is the live stream here. And what you can also do is that you can record inside of StreamYard. So here's what it looks like when you create a live stream. So you either go live within the studio or you upload a pre-recorded video. And then it looks like as if you are live. So people think you're going live, but it is actually you've uploaded a pre-recorded video. So here you see my profiles. If I would then now add a fourth, you see that it pops up a window here because I've only got the upgrade to 3 accounts. And so I'll click away that and I'll just pick, for this purpose, I'll just pick 2 to go. And then we'll add a title. I suggest you schedule for later, unless you want to go live immediately. That's also good. Whatever works for you. So we'll schedule it for later. Then we would upload a thumbnail so that we have that. And this is what it looks like. And then here you see we are streaming to Facebook, we're streaming to LinkedIn at exactly the same time. So when you go live inside of StreamYard, it will be streamed to Facebook, it will be streamed to LinkedIn in my case now. So people think you're live on Facebook or on LinkedIn, and you will get comments both from Facebook and from LinkedIn or wherever you're streaming to. Here you can then also change. For example, for Facebook, you want to change that it might be a different title, or you might want to make a different description, depending on if you have a little bit different audiences on LinkedIn versus Facebook. You might want to make it feel that this is really only for them, right? And then you would push here, create live stream. I'm not going to do that now since this is just a test. But we're not yet done, because what happens then is that as soon as you press create a live stream, what happens on LinkedIn is that it creates an event. So if you want people to actually show up to your live stream, you have to head over there and start inviting people to your live event. So I'm going to share how that looks like. So this is my profile. So if you then head over to your events, this is where it will pop up, right? So this is the event. This is the live stream that I have created. As you can see, it's green here. So this event has already ended. So this event is coming up, right? So then we click on this one. And here you can start inviting people to your event, and you can send it in messages, and you can repost about it on the feed. You can post about it on Facebook or wherever you want to share this. You have to invite people to your event, or no one will show up to your event. You have to let them know that you're doing this. I am not going to invite a lot of people to this event right at this moment because we are currently promoting something else. But that is what I will do as soon as our promotion has finished. I will go in and start inviting people. So you click here on inviting people. Then you can pick locations, for example, and then you would, to invite as many people as possible, you need to scroll down at the end of those people. It takes a while to do that. So you click at the bottom person here and then the top. And then you've got all of the 800, in this case, 864. And if you want, you can click away some of the people that you don't want to invite. It's just some examples here. And then you click invite 860 people. So you invite many at the same time. If you only click, for example, country, and then here, you see you only get 50 people selected. So before you click here, scroll down to the bottom, and then you click at the top so you get all of them selected at the same time. And then you can go through the list and unclick those that you don't necessarily want to invite to your event. So then when you're close to go live, you enter the studio. So when you go live, make sure you always have your full name. And that is relevant for when you are on Zoom calls, when you stream live, or whatever you do. Make sure you have your full name so that people can actually find you. Even if you're joining someone else's Zoom call, make sure your full name is there. And then we enter the studio, adding myself to the stage. And then here you can change different things. You can change the banners, for example. You can change the style. I have this pink as my brand color. You can change whether you want to make this heading. You can play around a little bit like how you want your StreamYard to look like. It's actually super easy. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. And when you are ready, when you want to go live or short before, make sure, is it going live to the destinations that I wanted to? And then you just press go live. And that's it. It's no more difficult than that. Once that one has been done, what you can do then is you can check in your past recordings. You can download them and you can edit them. Don't overthink, just start doing. So that was actually it for me today. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find it helpful. If you have any questions, make sure you add them underneath this video and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you soon again. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to show up to my live stream. We're meeting on Mondays. Okay, thank you. Bye.